He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose.
There's one of the pages on the floor.
好，奈丁格在消失之前啊，可以看到提姆之前也是拿了一摞原稿，然后就被瞬移掉了。然后这里我们可以捡到这份原稿。
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
好，那么上一章最后捡到的原稿也可以看一看。
The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror.
然后刚刚捡到的原稿，艾伦没有读完，我们再看一下。
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too, Nightingale. Was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job, he'd be inside, waiting for her.
哎，然后我们再整理一下这个案件板。邪教的目的是什么？是单纯的创造怪物吗？还有一些其他的线索。
Doesn't look right.
被邪教害死的人啊，变成了怪物。
Yes.
哎，巨斧湖谋杀案到这儿就可以结案了。
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
然后接下来呢，我们要根据原稿的提示，到达交界地去追踪奈丁格。
The The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
啊，那这样的话，我们就可以离开警局了。哎，然后这边唯一从颜值上可以跟罗斯拼一下的
Sheriff Breaker disappeared.
这个美女瞬间就死掉了。我们趁着她说话的时间，可以把这个
You two handle
手
things
枪给
here.
设
We
置一
need
个
to get
快
back
捷
to
键。
Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man. 然后上一张警局的地图忘拿了，现在来拿一下，就在这个位置，看一下。
Someone will be right with you.
Nightingale and his Colts
从
were
警局
dangerous.
出来之后呢，我们
We
先
need to be
往右
prepared
前
in
方
case
跑
things escalate more
这
than
边
they
有一个
already
收
have.
音机，它是会解锁一
Can
首
you call it
歌
in, Casey?
Smart choice, Anderson.
啊，《全国噩梦》。
Yeah, Agent Casey here.
然后从这边出来，先去一趟老路餐厅。
Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. I'm gonna take a quick look
我
around.
们在这一章回到老路餐厅的话，是可以解锁一个电视节目。
We're going to a cool guy's house to drink some brewskis. Are you coming? No, Ilmo. I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine. Like an asshole. Oh dear, I know what Yako needs. I'm a beer to the rescue. Bring out your inner Wolverine with I'm a beer. Wow, this is the best party ever. Thanks, Alma Beer. Alma Beer is a traditional Finnish lager, and we drink it the Finnish way. At the bar while actively avoiding small talk with strangers. Getting blackout drunk on a boat during midsummer and trying not to drown. In the sauna, using your beer can to hide your pippeli from wondering eyes. Partaking in the Finnish tradition of kalsarikännit, drinking at home alone in your underwear with no intentions of going out. It's not sad if it's intentional. Alma Beer, your Finnish drinking adventure starts here.
那么这么好的啤酒在哪儿可以买到呢？欢迎来到亮浦镇。哎，可以看到凯西已经在车这边等着我们了，但是先别着急去开车。其实从警局出来往左边拐，然后这边呢其实也可以到这个市长的告示牌，
Merced won't roll over on the
这里
issue.
是第二个。那么这样的话，进入这个心灵空间啊，给大家看一下，这里是原稿的位置。然后这边是电视机，电视机就是我们刚才解锁的这些电视节目。然后收音机的话，也可以看看，哎，拿到的这些音乐啊，还有一些其他的东西。这里是侧写用的桌子，这里是武器升级，哎，暂时先不升。这个位置可以看到啊，这个就是赛特市长的告示牌。现在我们拿到2个啊，总共是6个。其他的东西暂时可以先不管，那我们先退出来。那我们如果想要追踪奈丁格的话，要找到这个交界，
Did you check
就要
out the
再
town,
回到巨斧
Anderson?
湖，
Just getting my bearings.
哎，回到车这边选择巨斧湖。
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
好，那么第2章呢正式开始，心脏。
The page says Nightingale's in something.
然后这里写着这个摩托车禁止入内啊。
Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Hey.
好，这边就是电视节目上那个伊莫啊，旁边还有一个技工，可以跟他们2个人交谈一下。虽然说他们2个人没什么线索。
Hello, Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater, Saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
哎，这边两个人一唱一和，大概意思说就是这个联邦控制局在这边设置机器，来侦测这个火山，还有一些什么东西。但是呢，现在这个机器出毛病了。伊莫说这边可能是浣熊咬了线还是怎么着，但是个人觉得这边肯定是人为的。
Let's get to the murder side, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around, learn what this ritual is. After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else.
好，那么这边谈话结束之后呢，又可以调查一下案发现场。发现桌子上
We've seen this symbol before.
有一个符号，然后在这个位置可以调查到
Bare feet.
奈丁格的脚印。
Nightingale.
那接下来呢，我们就跟着这个脚印再前往交界位置。
Just in case.
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
这个场景也是挺奇怪的。我们来的时候明明是黄昏的时候，但是进入到这个树林以后呢，这边就会变成漆黑一片。啊，当然还不是最黑啊。这边这个箱子啊，我们暂时先不管它。好，再来到这个交界的位置，这里可以调查一下。
These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. What is that?
然后我们使用手电筒的强光呢，就可以把这个黑暗物质给照掉。这样的话，在这里边又找到一份原稿。
It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
啊，这里他提到女巫的小屋是吧？那接下来我们就前往女巫小屋，看看那边能得到什么东西。哎，现在这个场景就变得开始有一点诡异了。啊，这个女巫小屋挺好找的，只要原路往回走，旁边这里爬上来就差不多到了。
This is the witch's hut.
这个时候的女巫小屋呢，还是没有电的，然后这里需要一个保险丝，我们先去找一下保险丝。
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
然后这个位置呢，可以看到有坏掉的保险丝，这个还不是我们要找的。继续往前走，左手边这个棚子里边有一个好的保险丝。 另外呢，这边还有一些东西。首先是这里有一个箱子可以开一下，还行，拿到有电池，然后这里有一份文件。好，另外这一边还有一个便当盒，这也是一个原稿碎片。好，我们在这儿把保险丝给装好。进屋之前，这里有一个告示牌，关于这个女巫小屋。好，那么进入这个房间，其实这种房间呢，就相当于是存档点。刚才那个原稿给我们指到这个房间呢，其实就是为了拿这份原稿。
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror.
那由于我们打开心灵空间的时候，时间是不暂停的，所以要整理线索呀，或者是做一些什么事情，最好呢就是在这种安全屋。好，我们先来整理一下线索。
I already took care of all this. The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
好，那么接下来就是要找这个心脏。既然我们找不到这个心脏在哪儿的话，可以在奈丁格这里做一个特写。
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold, like a doorway, leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's ladle? I need Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more. Nightingale's heart. Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
那刚才拿到的原稿，我们再来看一下，应该是这两个。
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page. Witch's ladle, towering over Saga, watching her and the witch. The image of the witch in the sign, Nightingale's heart, a cold, dead lump in her hand. Her definition of sanity had changed since she arrived in this town. But she trusted the pages. Was forced to. Saga addressed the witch. She squinted to read the first part of the ritual words, the smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory, the words she had read on the page. I brought you the heart witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. This was the key. The tree was the threshold.
啊，看看这边，哎，又解锁了一个新的线索。这里还有一个心脏，就在杂货店某处。其实刚才提到了，心脏在杂货店的那个冰箱里。这边还有邪教，应该是又拿到一个符号。好，那么这样的话，这个符号
Doesn't make sense.
啊，这个是这儿的，符号还差一个。巨斧湖这边又拿到一个便当盒。好，那么这边暂时先这样。然后这一座的话，这个保温壶它不是收集品了，可以用来存档，可以手动存档和快速存档。这里我们手动存一个吧。
Get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and got a bit turned around.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
好，把这个子弹上一下。接下来呢，我们就要回到杂货店。杂货店这边很好找的，看到这个灯光就差不多找到了。啊，这个位置前方小高能，然后还有一个小高能。这边可以看到，之前开不了的这扇门已经开了，但是我们过来的时候呢，会出来一个邪教徒，算是黑暗俘虏吧。这个黑暗俘虏其实很好对付，我们直接就把他给罩破甲，然后打他的弱点。 哎，他要过来的话，我们就赶快打头，还挺硬。好，打掉这个敌人之后啊，这个房间里边补给品特别多，有2个重要的东西，一个呢就是这个扩容的背包啊，我们就多加一格。然后这里呢有一把喷子，这个喷子如果想解锁的话，可以看一下旁边的这个纸条，去柜台找幸运女神。那么这样的话，我们先回到柜台。 它这个密码其实挺简单的，就在这个收银台的位置。左边这个信息是说，这个密码要时常更新的。但是大家可以注意到，它第一位就是7这个数字从来就没变过，后边的05、13、17、23，然后它只有后边2位变了。那这边是根据05、13、17、23，下一个是39，那加上7就是739，最后那个45它还没用到。 啊，回来之后根据刚才的密码解一下锁，这个是739。好，那这样的话，喷子入手，而且我们这边还拿到一些喷子弹药，还挺好的。那这个喷子呢，我们还是给它装备一个快捷栏，然后放在一个合适的位置。 啊，回过头呢，这边医疗箱打开，好，拿一下东西。旁边这里还有一份原稿。哎，可以看到这种不是特别重要的原稿呢，它就不会直接读了。啊，物资太多，这边箱子就是空的。先把这个黑暗物质照掉，然后调查一下这个冰箱里的心脏。
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible.
整理一下按键板，这个心脏我们找到之后呢，首先就是把这个心脏的位置给它贴出来。哎，这边是说心脏上有文字。
Sounds literary, but what does it mean?
哎，这边文绉绉的，没看懂什么意思，是吧？好，那么再来看一下刚才的原稿。
Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They had been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night. Wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
好，那么这边退出来。
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
这里拿到这颗心脏之后啊，
And now I need to give the
又
heart
可以
to the
贴一个
witch.
标签了。
Makes total sense.
Found the heart in the fridge. Just like the page said I would.
根据之前的原稿说，当我们拿到这个心脏以后，
Casey, there are
再
cultists
回
in the
到
area.
交界处，把这个心脏给它装上，应该就可以触发交界地了。
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn.
啊，这里如果大家没把握的话，可以去旁边的小屋存个档。
I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap.
然后这里就会出敌人了，
But it is exciting.
但是这两个敌人其实不用打的，这个敌人照他一下，赶快跑。啊，躲过他们之后呢，在这里赶快把心脏给它装上，就触发剧情了。
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the heart witch. Show me the terror.
好，那么这个交界解锁之后啊，要赶快进去。刚才那两个敌人不是说刷没了，他会刷在一个比较远的位置，你们直接进来就好了。
Casey, I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way? Casey! Casey, do you
这里呢，我们进来交界之后啊，发现这个位置比较像是一个鬼打墙
Logan!
啊。刚才进那个树根，现在又要进这个树根，对吧？
What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things.
啊，但是这一次不太一样，这一次在右边的石头上
What was that?
把这个黑暗物质给它照掉，这里有一份原稿。
Wait. Did I get turned around? No, this is right. This place is looping.
这份原稿还是比较容易错过的。拿了之后我们先不着急看，继续往前走。哎，可以看到奈林格刚才就站在这个位置，一瞬间就没了。 然后这里呢，当我们看到这个邪教标志的时候，这里也有一份原稿，可能大家就直接走掉进那个洞穴了，不要着急走，这份原稿比刚才那份还容易漏掉。好，那么这边两份原稿我们来看一下。首先是这个。
The writer went into the lake, banished the dark presence. Taken still lurked in the woods. The dark place receded. The current pulled back those with darkness inside, into the lake. Nightingale was there, one of them. The dark presence. Jagger had taken him. The witch had stolen his heart. They sank beneath the waves. The dark place, wandering in the shadows, muttering to themselves. It's dark. I'm lost. Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember. It's cold. Premium cabins for rent in Bright Falls. Who said that? Can you hear me? I need help. Please. Stop this. What did I do? You must dig it out. Their shape shifted. Echoes of the writer's dreams. Fading in, fading out. The next story and the story after that. The writer was writing again. He'd been on the trail of the writer forever. The writer he despised. Hemingway, Bukowski, Wake. I'll get you. I'll find you. I'll make you pay. You're in over your head. He descended into the tunnels, from the Dark City, into the ocean of darkness. Next stop, Caldera Street Station. Something, a presence, rumbled. Not a train. Shadows shifted on the platform. The writer's cult waited for him there. The cult of the word. Occultists lean close. I carry his words close to my chest now. You're not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise. He'd be caught, murdered. They got him. They didn't get him. He was reborn out of hate. He was there, but he was risen. Sent to find the light switch up from the lake that was not the lake.
好，那么看完之后，我们继续前进。
Who is that? It's like they're coming in over a bad signal.
来到这个瀑布附近，这里可以看到奈丁格的警官证，然后还有一些补给。好，拿完补给，我们再往上爬。好，那么前面这个夹缝过来呢，就要进行 BOSS 战了。这个 BOSS 战开始呢，我先往左边走，就算他瞬移过来的话，我们可以第一时间躲开他的投技，然后使用这个手电给他破甲之后，掉头打2枪，但是这个枪法不太准，没有给他打死。这样的话，给他打跑之后呢，我们就赶快搜刮这个场景。由于我们身上这个物资比较多，所以有的箱子打开之后，里边有可能是空的，比如说这个就是空的。啊，这边也有一个箱子，然后奈丁格可能会在这附近出来。哎，他出来的话别怂，直接喷，直接给他打跑。啊，这里还有一个箱子。啊，连续3个箱子，这个人品真的不怎么样。好，这里他又出来了，出来直接打胸口，破他弱点。啊，这边还有一个箱子。我不信所有的箱子全都是空的啊！拿完这个箱子之后呢，我们就直接出来。奈丁格应该会在这附近出来的，我们直接往左边拐。这里还有一个箱子，然后其他的箱子有没有呢？这个我就不太清楚了，因为就算开了，可能也拿不到什么东西。哎，这边他在远处放了一个大招，然后我们没看到，就被他给波及一下，问题不大。这个位置打他2枪之后赶紧跑。 啊，这边被抓到了就赶快按这个叉来进行挣扎。这个位置就算喷子打10了，也要打4枪。哎，他这边又放大招了，然后我们找路赶紧跑。好，啊，很轻松就把他干掉了。
Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape? In danger. The dark presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it. Hey! Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! It got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before.
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
好，那么这一章也就顺利结束了。之后的歌曲大家就慢慢欣赏吧。我们本期节目就到这里，感谢各位同学们的收看，咱们下期节目再见。
In the dark, miles apart, made a promise that I'm coming out alive. Raging heart went too far. I will never lose myself again, or I was calling you, did you hear me? I lost my way, lost my way. I was trapped in 1,000 nights with no escape. Nightmares taking me over, and now I'm wide awake. And now I'm wide awake. Oh, I died like 1,000,000 times, feel the waves I break. The nightmare's finally over, and now I'm wide awake. And now I'm wide awake. Blinding lights, burning eyes. I can see myself and I don't need to hide. My foolish pride paid the price. I will never leave again, I'm by your side. I was calling you, did you hear me? I lost my way, lost my way.